Welcome everyone to this reading part 1 email correspondence analysis. I'm just here in the reading part 1 section of the CELPIP library. And before I get started, I want to remind you that we have this really excellent reading part 1 email correspondence tips and strategies video. Now this video will give you some great tips and strategies about reading effectively, what kind of information you should be gathering, how to answer the questions, and in general, what would be good strategies to use for reading part 1. I will be using some of those myself. So if you'd like to watch that video, there will be a link in the description box, and as well, it will be in the reading part 1 playlist, okay? So today, we're going to do a sample from volume. Okay, how about volume 1? City. Let's get started. So everyone, okay, I have here part 1, my reading on the left, questions on the right. Very similar to the structure of the real exam, just a little bit different formatting on the question selection, okay? That's all. So now I am going to be giving you a chance to read along with me and answer the questions along with me, okay? So I'm going to be reading, I'm going to be providing some vocabulary, some meaning that I gather, and how I read and gather that information. And then I'm going to be reading the questions, and then I'm going to be giving you a chance to select the answer to see what you understand along with me. Okay? And then I will explain the answers so we can do it together. So it'd be great for you to follow along with me. Okay? That would be great. Now I'm just going to zoom in here so we can read better. Okay? All right. Dear City Manager Brooks, I'm writing on behalf of my neighborhood council regarding a highway noise issue that we have been attempting to solve for the past 2 years. Okay. On behalf of, that means that I'm chosen by my neighborhood council, or I'm writing for my neighborhood council, okay, or I'm representing them. And it seems that they have a highway noise issue or problem. And they have been attempting or trying to solve for 2 years. Okay. I have been informed that the last city manager recently retired, no longer working. And you have taken the position, so I will re-explain the situation. Okay. So the old city manager retired, now this manager Burks is new. Okay. So then, let's see here if we can answer any questions. Let's look. Mr. Burks could solve this problem, caused the problem, planted trees, made a mistake. Well, I think we can answer this question. From the first paragraph, we can answer the question, okay? But I can tell you right now that the answer is not made a mistake, okay? The reason it's not made a mistake is because he recently became the city manager. It says here, he became the city manager recently. So how could he make a mistake if he's the new city manager? So it's not D, okay? But is it A, B, C? Also, I can tell you that it's not Well, let's wait. It's not clear yet, so let's wait. Charles Lake is writing his neighbors, wants to build a wall, can't sleep at night, is requesting support. Now, the answer is not clear yet, but from the first paragraph, I can tell you the answer is not A, right? It's not A, because he is writing on behalf of his neighbors, not to his neighbors. So, not A. Let's remember that. 3. Charles' neighborhood had a noise problem, will build a wall, has been dealing with an issue, planted trees badly. So, again, some of these answers are not from the paragraph we read, but I can tell you that the answer is not had a noise problem. Not. Because they are trying to, it says here, we have been attempting to solve. So had means it's finished. So it's not A. Okay? Let's keep reading. The city's first solution. Stopped the noise, didn't meet expectations, planted too many trees, caused more noise. So I want to read the answers even though it's not in the first paragraph, but I want to keep that in mind. Number 5, the neighborhood council has suggested, also not there, but the same plan, less trees, more safety, an alternative plan. Let's keep those in mind. It's good to read them. Has suggested. What idea do they make? Suggested. Make an idea. And number 6, what kind of problem is mentioned? A city planning problem, a transportation problem, a communication problem, a city government problem. Also not 100% clear, but let's read the second paragraph, okay? I live in the townhouse complex near Cascadia Park. 3 years ago, the Cascadia Highway was built adjacent to the houses, and traffic noise became an issue for residents. So there was a new highway built. Adjacent means in the same line or parallel or not far away, but in the same kind of row, okay? It became an issue, the noise from that highway. The highway was constructed at the top of a hill next to the complex, so sound easily carries down the hill where the houses are located. So the sound comes down very easily. Well, highway noise is very loud. Okay? The problem does not subside, finish, or end during the night, keeping a large number of the residents awake. Okay. So they have that problem with the highway construction. Okay. Can we answer anything? We don't know about trees. Yes. Mm, hmm. Well, I can tell you also from number 2 that it's not, well, from the second paragraph, it's not clearly, it's not really about can't sleep at night, right? Because it says here that some of the neighbors keeping a large number of the residents awake. But it doesn't say him, and I don't think that he's writing because he can't sleep at night, okay? Okay, so this one here, I think it's clear. We'll find out. We'll find out later, okay? We'll explain more, but right now we can say the answer is, we already said it's not A. Is it B, C, or D? C, right? Has been dealing with an issue. Dealing with an issue means that they have a problem, and their problem is the noise problem. So that's why the answer for number 3 is C. Keep that one. We'll check again in the end, okay? We didn't read about that. We didn't read about that. We didn't really read about that yet. Or let's wait. Last year, I wrote the city about the disturbance problem or the noise problem, the negative situation. And they came up with the solution, decided to do, of planting a row of trees alongside the highway. So they wanted to plant some trees along the highway, okay? 50 cedar trees were planted with the plan that they would grow large and block out traffic noise. So they would block the noise. However, we were surprised to discover that the trees were not planted at the top of the hill, but at the bottom, where rainwater runoff from the highway collects in a ditch. So it seems like the city made a mistake and they planted the trees at the bottom, not at the top. Consequently, therefore, when it started raining heavily in the fall, the young trees received too much water and almost all of them died. So we can see there that the city decided to plant some trees, but it was a mistake. I remember a question, the city's initial solution, stopped the noise, didn't meet expectations, planted too many trees, caused more noise. Okay, we have the answer here. Which one is it? I can tell you that one of the answers is not A. It's not A, right? Because that didn't fix the problem. The trees died. It didn't stop the noise. So no. Also, it's not C. Planted too many trees. It says they planted 50 cedar trees, but it doesn't say that's too many. Maybe it was too few. Okay? So B or C or D? B. B is the answer. Now, didn't meet expectations means that it didn't fix the problem. They expected it would fix the problem, but it didn't fix the problem. So when we say didn't meet the plan, we mean it didn't happen. Just like if we meet someone, we meet them. If we don't meet them, we don't see them. So the same thing. We can say didn't meet, didn't happen. Okay? And not cause too much noise. It was the same noise. Okay. I think that's the only one. So Mr. Brooks didn't plant trees, right? So he didn't plant trees. Well, now I'm telling you he didn't plant them. It was the old one, the old city management. And we also said that he didn't cause the problem. So is it A or D? Could solve this problem? Made a mistake. The answer is could solve this problem. We'll understand more clearly in the end, but also he didn't make a mistake. It was the previous management. So I'll make a statement about that one in the end, okay? And then here it's so here we'll check that one later. When our council informed the previous city manager of this, we suggested replanting the trees at the top of the hill where the soil is drier. However, after much discussion, I am ready to request a different solution. We think constructing a concrete barrier would be a better option for a few reasons. So they want to build a concrete barrier or a wall. We think it's better. So that's why he says he's writing to request a different solution. Okay. Firstly, we would not have to wait a few years until the trees grew large enough to block the noise. Secondly, there is a path alongside the highway that local high school students use to walk to school. A concrete barrier would provide them with additional safety from passing cars. So he's saying that these are the reasons why the concrete barrier would be better, okay? So I see here then, I think we can answer this one here clearly from that paragraph we read. Is writing his neighbors, we said, is already out. So B, wants to build a wall, can't sleep at night, or D is requesting support. It's not wants to build a wall. Now, we could say he wants to build a wall, but it's not really him. It's the neighborhood council. They think it's a good idea, okay? And also, we did say it's not really can't sleep at night. So from what we read, the answer is requesting support. And it does say that here, okay, to request a different solution. Okay. All right. And can we answer the other ones? The neighborhood council has suggested. Okay, the same plan, less trees, more safety, and alternative plan. It's not the same plan for sure. It's not that one. Because the initial plan or the first plan was trees, but they want a wall, not trees. So it's not A, and also it's not B, less trees, because they don't want any trees. Okay? They want a wall. More safety or an alternative plan. D, right? D, an alternative plan. Not more safety. They mentioned safety about the highway being safe for some reasons because the local high school students they walk alongside the highway. But the focus is not that. The focus is about the building the wall, which is an alternative plan. Alternative means another plan. Okay? Let's read the last part. Of course, it is a matter of cost comparison. Would you be able to let us know if this is a reasonable solution and whether it is within the budget allocated for solving this problem? So, is it a good solution for you? Reasonable solution? Is it within the money plan for the city allocated, given for solving this problem? So he wants to know, again, asking, requesting information. Now, why is he requesting information to Mr. Burks? Well, because Mr. Burks is the city manager, according to this, or one of the city managers, and he could solve this problem. Maybe he can fix it. Maybe he can fix it, okay? Again, he's requesting support in the end. Is this a reasonable solution? Okay, that is the best option. Charles neighborhood, again, they have been dealing with this noise issue. Will build a wall? We don't know. Will, maybe, okay, but maybe the city will say no. They planted the trees? No, they didn't. The city did. Okay, we said the city's initial solution didn't meet expectations. It wasn't a good plan. It didn't stop the noise. Okay, so number 5, the neighborhood council has suggested, we said, an alternative plan again, a wall, not trees. And number 6, so was it a city planning problem, a transportation problem, a communication problem, a city government problem? So it's not a city government problem, because a city government problem means that the city government has a problem, but it's not with the city government. The city government can solve the problem. Okay, it's a neighborhood problem. Also, it's not transportation, because even though they mention highway and traffic, the problem is the noise that the traffic makes to the neighborhood, not transportation like buses or roads. It is a little bit road, but it's not related to transport. It's about noise. Communication or city planning? City planning. Why? Because this was a plan to build a highway. They built the highway in a place that affected this neighborhood because the noise coming from the highway. Okay? Now, communication means that they didn't communicate well. But according to this, the manager, the old manager left, and they are trying to fix the problem to take the noise away. Okay? So then, let's get to the response email. Okay? So we should read, and we have the answer selections here at the bottom, a little bit different than the real exam. In the real exam, you click on the number and it has the selections, but not a problem. Thank you for your 7 to the noise problem. So we should read each sentence here part by part to understand it clearly. Thank you for your something to the noise problem. First, I'd like to recognize or inform you or accept that we do take this issue seriously. I acknowledge, I believe. Thank you for your 7 to the noise problem. So what was Charles saying? Thank you for your proposal, issue, suggestion, or criticism. Proposal, your proposal to the noise problem. Maybe. Issue to the noise problem, suggestion to the noise problem for the noise. Criticism. Criticism say real bad things about the issue. He did do that, but that's not why he's writing. He's writing to give a new idea. Now we have also not the problem. We have Proposal, suggestion. What's the difference? Proposal is like writing a plan, but suggestion is just giving the idea. And over here, it sounds like he's just giving the idea from the community council. Suggestion, okay? And they're going to think about it. So it's not yet a proposal, okay? First, I'd like to recognize that we take this issue seriously. It's important to us. Clearly, this problem has been causing 8 to your neighborhood. So it has been causing what to your neighborhood? Nightmares, maybe. Distress, noise, problems. Clearly, this problem has been causing nightmares, distress, noise, and problems. Well, it's not nightmares as much as I want to say it's they can't sleep at night. So maybe they are having nightmares. But that's not suggested here. And also, it's not causing noise. It was always causing noise. And yes, it is causing the problem, but that doesn't match the sentence. The answer is distress. Distress. Clearly, this problem has been causing problems. Doesn't match there. Distress means almost like stress, but you feel bad after a problem is going on for so long. Distress. I'm distressed. The problem is going on and on and on. So, this stress you start feeling after the problem is going on for a long time. And that's why the answer is distress, because it's been going on for 2 years. Okay? Your neighborhood council has proposed constructing a concrete barrier to 9. Notice that here proposed, and over here there was proposal. It's a little bit different. A proposal is like the final plan. To the verb propose is like suggested. Okay? It's a little bit different. So your neighborhood council has suggested constructing a concrete barrier to 9. Why did they suggest to build a concrete barrier? Solve the problem, provide safety, stop the rainwater, quit the noise. It's not B, right? It's not provide safety. Because even though they mention safety, the main issue is not about safety. And also, it's not stop rainwater. Because that's not what they want to do. They want to stop the noise, right? So is it A, solve the problem, or quit the noise? Your neighborhood council has proposed constructing a barrier to stop the problem. Solve the problem. Now, why does it match here? Because first it's about solving the problem. That's a good match. And also, we don't really say quit the noise. Quit the noise is, it's not exactly, we can say, for example, I quit my job. I quit my job. So when we want to say the similar meaning here, we need to say, I need to quit making the noise. or it has a meaning like that. But is the neighborhood making the noise? No, they're not. They're not making the noise. The traffic is making the noise. So the neighborhood council, we can say, the neighborhood council has proposed building the wall to stop the noise, not quit the noise. Okay? So here, and why is it being proposed? It's being proposed to solve the problem. Okay? Tricky. This solution is more costly than what is in our 10 and in fact provides little more protection to the children. So this solution more costly than what is in our 10. City plans, traffic solutions, bank accounts, city budget. Well, I can tell you it's not bank account because the city would not express, oh, it's not in our bank account. No, no. Bank account is more personal, okay? And we don't know. Usually the city doesn't say or express their bank account. Also, it's not, it's more costly than our traffic solutions, doesn't match also. It's just the sentence meaning, everyone. The sentence meaning here doesn't match with either one. So city plans or city budget? This solution is more costly than what is in our city budget, right? Budget means money plan. So that's why that one matches there. Okay? Not city plans, that's for future. It's talking more about now. 11, this solution is going to look ugly and may affect the resale value of your townhouses. So it looks like a connector here. This solution is going to look ugly and may affect, okay? Budget there. However, therefore, furthermore, even though. It's not even though. Even though, although, these mean but. But. Also, it's not however. But also means but. So, therefore, furthermore. So, if we look at this sentence, here we have one idea. This solution is more costly than what is in our city budget. So, it costs too much. So that means no, not good. And it's going to look ugly. Also, not good. So, not good and not good, we need and. And I said and. So, no but here. No but. So, not however and not even though. And the answer should be furthermore. Therefore means so. Furthermore means also or and. Okay? I would strongly recommend the original solution. We will plant cedar trees, but this time at the top of the hill. Although this may take longer, it will be a better solution for everyone. Okay. Okay, everyone. Looks like we have all the answers here. I think we did it together. Okay? Very good. So everyone, I hope you were able to follow along, read along, and comprehend like we did. Okay? Now, it's a very good idea to review the answers. Always try to review why the answer is the answer and why the other answers are not the answers. You saw how I explained why the other answers are not the answers. This is very important, okay? All right. And for that, everyone, I will be leaving a link in the description box to, well, to a review of the reading we just did. Yes, a review. So it will be the same reading, but different questions, okay, everyone? Different questions. Very good. And then after, you can review the answers. It'll be very, very useful for you. Okay, everyone? And also, let's not forget about our CELPIP library. Okay? Our CELPIP library has well over 60 exams if you include version 2s, and we will be adding more this month. Okay? Very excellent way for you to practice and keep on reviewing exams and samples of part 1 to make it better, okay? For that reason, in the link at the bottom, there's a link to purchase a library pass. And with discount code CELPIP79, you can get a 3-month subscription for $10.99 Canadian, everyone. It's a very good deal. So everyone, I suggest you purchase a library pass. You will not regret it. Okay, everyone. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay, the more you like and subscribe, the more videos we will make. And let's remember, practice makes perfect.